Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Roll So Astonished, where we're finally back with Wonderland: The Ties That Bind, aka our Persona Wonderland game. I am your eternal host and eternal GM, Steven. Joining me tonight is the lovely Slaya, who's currently dealing with babies, so she's probably
Hard to talk when you got two kids holding me onto you.
Yes, this is true. She's playing Rise, the mayor's daughter. Also joining me
played this game recently.
Also joining me tonight is Asa.
Hello.
Don't you
I expect you want me to say what character I'm playing.
Yeah, I want you to introduce your character.
I will be playing Ines, the spicy Latina karate champ.
The spiciest.
Not a champ.
The spiciest hero.
The spiciest.
And last but not least is John.
I'm just standing here with my dick in my hand and coronavirus in my lung. But in character, I'm a sweet boy.
Didn't you know you can't say coronavirus on YouTube anymore?
Oh, we're demonetized, boys.
We were never monetized in the first place. Oh boy.
Look forward to the CDC banner below this video.
All right. So,
That's the best part.
Last we left off, I'll give the recap tonight since it's been a long time. Last we left off, you guys had just gotten out of the weird prison world. And Rise had reconnected with her sort of other self thing and gained some new powers from it. Still no Cecilia, who fell into her TV.
Who's that?
What?
Who's Cecilia?
Oh God.
Your bestie, the girl.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
Okay, Cecilia, aka spicy hero's best friend, girlfriend thing, who disappeared.
She's not a hero. She's an anti-hero.
Who disappeared earlier in the campaign, and they are still trying to figure out what the hell happened to her because she wasn't down in when you guys went down into the weird world. This is still
Underland.
Underland, sure. So it's the TV land. So it's still a matter of trying to figure out what happened to her. And so it's the next
She's
day.
dead.
So you guys got some sleep. It's the next day. You guys are heading to. I think it. Did we say that this was like right before the weekend, or are you guys like heading to school?
I think it was a school night.
Okay.
I thought it was a. I
don't remember.
Roll a D2.
Let's go to school. I need to buy some supplies for our next trip into the underworld.
Oh,
No,
right. There's a roll 20 for that.
Now I'm gonna roll a D7 to determine what day of the week it is.
Wait, does it start with Sunday or Monday?
One being Sunday, and then
Yes, as a traditional Católico family member,
Monday,
it starts on
Wednesday,
Sunday.
Thursday. So it is a Thursday today. So you guys are going to school again. What do you guys do? Are you planning to meet up? Are you like?
I'm gonna email the girls.
I mean, Ines probably doesn't have a reason to organize a meetup because Cecilia isn't at school, obviously. So really, the only time we could look for her is in the alternate zone.
Yeah, but meet up to discuss what happened is more what I meant. But okay.
Oh, I thought we already talked after we extracted.
Did you?
Maybe not.
Yeah, we did for a little bit.
Yeah, we got thrown right out of that slumber party.
Someone's gonna have to go over what you guys said in that because I do not remember that at all.
I think we were just talking with Rise about her insecurities, or no, Ines was talking to her about her insecurities. Girl to
Girl to girl.
I tried to be helpful, but I was thrown out of the slumber party.
starring
because it's
Tim
not my
Allen.
place. It's not my
Starring Tim Allen and drag. Girl to girl.
Starring Bruce Jenner, am I right?
Oh no. So, what are you guys doing?
It's the 2000s. He's still Bruce in this timeline. It's fine.
So we go to school, and am I more confident?
You're a bit more. I would say that you're like a bit more like not necessarily confident, but a little bit less trying to impress anybody. Like you're just trying to be you. You know? You're doing you now. That's the shebang.
Wait, okay, so what are the popular girls acting like?
The theater or popular girls?
Both.
Well, the popular girls are still basically drawing you into the clique.
Okay.
Like you're like, you know, having a different attitude for yourself, but it's not necessarily reflecting outwardly, like in an obvious way yet, unless you make it obvious.
Actually, let me think about this first.
Yeah, so we'll cut over to John. What are you doing, John?
So I'm gonna email the girls. You know, number one, re-say, hope you're doing okay. Ignis, I'm still worried about your friend. We're gonna need to regroup and go back into that stranger's car to get more delicious sodas. That's obvious. And we'll interrogate him about the girl whose name I've literally already forgotten. I wouldn't forget a character, I promise. And with that email sent, I know the girls are going to meet me in the TV zone. So now I need some weapons.
Wait, you're going to get weapons on us? Okay.
Oh, it's going to be way easier. Are there, like, redneck kids at the school?
This is Ohio.
What year is it?
It's 2005, I think we said?
Ah, fuck, that's post-Columbine. Gonna make it a little harder. That's still fine. It's still good.
2006.
2006.
Still good. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the redneck kid, and I'm gonna ask for tannerite.
For what?
Tannerite.
Tannerite?
Binary explosives, yeah.
That seems... He's like, oh hell, man, I don't know about that. That seems a little.
Oh, you don't know about rednecks. They fucking love to blow things up, and they fucking love to shoot things. Tannerite is something
You're goddamn
that blows
right.
up when you shoot it. Okay, they've got tanner.
He's like, all right. He like looks you up and down, and he's like, What's a nerd like you want with some tanny?
It's very simple. My affections have been spurned. I'm gonna take all the love letters I've written, put them in a box, fill the box with tannerite, take it out of the woods.
This doesn't sound.
Doesn't sound creepy at all.
This doesn't sound like a poorly veiled school shooting plan.
I'm making my lie believable by adding detail. I have spycraft. I will roll for this deception.
He like looks you up and down. He's like, well, what's in it for me?
I established in a previous scene that I make my money by selling anime rips and fan subs at conventions. So I guess my character has just money.
He just has money.
Like I don't know what the exact price of tannerite was in 2006. Probably look it up, but yeah, I'll just pay him.
Who's Tanner?
Mr. Tanner is the guy who invented tannerite. You're not actually allowed to sell explosives on the internet. He's sold it to.
All right, I need to let me get up a sheet here just to see like
now
if there's something like for like negotiating.
Next.
You might have to do some convincing Just gonna say.
I also want a gun. Is that gonna make the deal hard?
You're not gonna get a gun.
Anything
But
can be acquired.
there are alternatives.
Okay. I'm a nerd.
He
once I'm
get
done
you,
standing
he
right,
could
I'll
get
do
you
it.
an airsoft.
An M80 would be fine.
And then maybe airsoft.
No. Like the little quarter sticks of dynamite fireworks called M80s. Am I letting my actual redneck show?
Yes, you are, John.
I've heard of them.
That just needs something to start.
Don't
with.
worry.
Don't worry,
I'm
I'm
gonna get in there with the guy, the bad guy, who abducted this poor Mexican girl.
Wait,
And I'm gonna be holding a bomb, and I'm gonna ask him to return the Mexican girl, or we both go to Kingdom Come. It's a
I hope you don't phrase it in that way.
as
when
the
Nancy-
Mexican girl.
I'm being nice. I'm trying to save her from whatever horrible fate she's having right now.
Oh, please don't call her the Mexican girl.
I'm gonna have
you
to
have-
write her name down.
It's Cecilia.
Okay.
Do you have
John,
diplomat?
why are all your characters horribly racist?
They are not. He's being.
I don't
nice.
think that's the characters.
He's trying to save her. I just don't remember her name. She could be a different. She could be from a different place. She could be Colombian, Nicaraguan, Salvadorian. I don't fucking give a shit. I'm just trying to save her from what is surely slavery.
Okay, do
A
you
lot
have
of presumptions
diplomat?
going on here.
Do you have diplomat to convince this guy
Hey,
that you're
the
not
people
going
who
to
kidnap kids are not good people.
roll me diplomat to see if you can convince this redneck kid that you're not gonna do something so fucking stupid that I'll trace it back to him and get him expelled for bringing explosives and guns.
Do I
to school.
have diplomat? I have disguise, sleight of hand. You know what? You guys told me not to take karate because we already have a karate girl.
Yeah,
Can
that's my special niche.
Can I trade karate for diplomat, and then we'll be all good here?
Sure, though you're gonna be down a combat skill.
That's fine. I'm sure
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
So I've
just
got,
so just take the points out of that, and however many points you had dumped into that, buy up some diplomat, because diplomat should be.
Fucking, oh, here it is.
I think diplomat might be a little bit cheaper.
I'm gonna delete karate. Karate's fucking gone. And I'm shopping for diplomat. Where the fuck that is.
Okay. In the meantime,
Devilish?
Asa, what are you doing?
I mean,
John, go to the shop tab.
I don't-
find it.
Yeah,
I don't know that I have any objectives, any objetivos. That's objects. No, that's objetos. Never mind.
Alright, so I'm rolling 46.
It's been a hot minute since I've used Spanish. Was that evident?
Yeah.
Um,
So, well, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? when you get to
probably
school?
just
You're probably
not paying
like
attention
still
to classes
really.
as usual.
Yeah, well, you're still probably really weirded out from like going down into that weird fucking.
Probably
world.
just
Like,
trying
it
to
was-
decide whether or not she's gonna go back in there or not, because after the shit that happened to Rise,
Okay.
that doesn't seem like a good deal.
Well, lunchtime rolls around. Actually, we'll cut back over to Slaya. How are you thinking that you're?
Yeah, I think Rise comes in. She's wearing less makeup, like still, like more confident, as in understated makeup that just brings out good features, but is not overly done like it was in the 2000s. And then her hair, she's just letting her hair go natural, which is straight. And then she's wearing comfortable but fitted clothes.
Okay. Also, John, that is a fail. if I recall.
Pretty hardcore fail. I got a 16 on a 12.
Yeah, that kid's like, nah. He's like, oh hell no, you scrawny nerd. I can't let I can't risk this coming back to me and getting me expelled. Man, I gotta go to college. I'm not staying in Ohio.
I understand, and I support you, and I support your Second Amendment rights. Lewis is a nice boy who is nice to everyone and tries to help them.
Is this what that 4chan meme of nice boys is, or good boys looks like?
The meme is nice guys finish last. They just get shit on by everyone.
Well, what is that? Like, I've seen a neckbeard alignment chart once, and one of like the wholesome good
okay.
was good boys.
You're thinking of the nice guys who are just like nice to a girl 2 times, then like, she didn't blow me. What a fucking whore. And they think women are some type of like pachinko machine. They put in enough
No. It's something
prize.
different. It's something different from that. Even it's just they're
Wait,
literally called
they're
good
not.
boys. I don't know what the good boy is.
Oh, that's new. I'll look it up on another tab. I'll go to our everyone's favorite image board and I'll report back.
Anyway, so the popular girls are like once again are like expecting you to come over, you know, and head popular girl, I forget what we called her, but I'm gonna go with Amanda now.
I thought it was like Priscilla.
It's just like gesturing for you to come over.
Okay.
So are you going over to hang
Yeah, I
with them?
guess I go over.
So she's just like, oh, Rise. She's like, Rise, you look great. I like the new look. It's far less trashy.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you look so good. Love the makeup. Nice. You look good.
I look her over, her, carefully curled hair,
Perfectly coiffed.
perfectly coiffed, but obviously she had to take a curling iron to it for a full hour. Her kind of slightly, just a little bit overdone and too much sparkle makeup,
Just a
and the
little.
nose job that was botched, so she had to get a second one.
Jesus.
Sure. Thanks, Amanda. And I walk away.
She's like, I guess we'll see you at lunch then.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know why Marco just posted a dog.
Bork.
Bork.
That's your good boy.
That's a good boy. Also, we have the creator joining us tonight because he can actually make it this time.
Ooh.
Because because just to help with rule stuff if it comes up. Anyway, so
I'm just gonna be like, how does this work again? He's like, didn't you do your homework? And I'm like, no.
You've been playing it every week, Steven. How are you? Do you not know how this works?
I have never said that.
Anyway, so lunchtime rolls around. What's everybody doing?
I'm gonna go sit with the theater kids.
Oh wait, I'm right next to the mic.
So Rise is going to sit with the theater kids. They look over at you like still astonished that you're sitting with them. Notice that the theater kid that you've been hitting on is mysteriously not there.
What was his name?
I don't fucking remember. Let's call him Evan.
What?
Let's call him Evan.
No. I've known too many Evans. I would never hit on an Evan.
So,
Not an Evan.
fine, we'll
Hey,
call him John.
No.
Where's Jackson?
Jackson. There you go. That sounds like an emo ass fucking name. Theater kid name.
Where's Jackson?
They're like, I don't know.
Do you have experience with theater kids being emo?
Yes, that was my entire high school experience. I wasn't the emo kid. I wasn't a theater kid or an emo kid, but fucking hell, all the kids I hung out with were. both. Anyway, so they're like, oh, we don't know. We just didn't come to school today. Maybe sick.
Does anyone have his phone number?
One girl pipes up. She's like, yeah, I have his number, but I texted him already, and he didn't respond. So I guess maybe he's just really out of it. I don't know.
Hey, give me his number, please.
She's like, wait, you want Jackson's number?
Yeah, I want Jackson's number.
You want Jackson's number.
Why is that so weird?
Well, it's just you're all like popular and shit.
Am I though? I'm not really sitting with those girls, am I?
Yeah, but you've been hanging out with them for like the past few weeks.
Yeah, well, their nose jobs were shit. I don't know who their doctor was, but they need a new doctor.
Everybody at the table just sort of starts snickering. And she's like, okay. Here's his number. She gives you Jackson's number.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him a quick text.
On your Nokia cell phone.
It's got the camera on it.
It's whoa!
No, it's a BlackBerry.
Oh yeah, you're right. It would be a BlackBerry at this point. Oh god. The 2000s were a terrible time.
Yeah, latest phone, my BlackBerry. I text him with my full keyboard.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
With the clickety clackety.
Clickety clackety click.
Ugh.
Ugh. So you shoot off a text and
Hey,
you
this
just wait.
is Rise. Text me when you get this.
Yep, it's just a matter of waiting for him to get
Yeah,
back to you
all
now.
casual like, you know.
Here, you can.
Do you want a cookie?
So yeah, it's just a matter of waiting for him to get back to you now. John, what are you doing during lunch?
Well, my first try to get explosives failed. That means I'm going straight to the chemistry.
Oh god. All right, do you have
This
chemistry?
can't go well.
Do you have chemistry?
I have diplomacy to talk to the chemistry nerds. That's what I'm gonna actually check. I have chemist. Yes.
Okay. Roll me
And I have
chemistry.
spycraft, so I can go in there unmolested by the teacher.
Oh god. All right, roll me chemist to cook up some home explosives. Marco, if he creates home explosives, I'm gonna need some help figuring out what sort of damage numbers this is gonna be.
Okay.
I have failed
Yeah.
even more spectacularly. I might be dead.
So you're
Oh no.
you're mixing explosive. You're mixing these chems, and you're like, all right, got you. Just be real careful with this one, just a little bit, so the whole thing doesn't go. And then just you just hear the door just swing open as a teacher walks in. You're like, oh shit!
You've disrupted my experiments.
And
This is
spill
obviously your
you
fault.
spill quite a good amount into the thing.
Oh shit, my nitroglycerin.
Oh shit, my nitroglycerin. And cause a small explosion in the chemistry room.
Hey,
He's like
Steven,
that
turn
one
off the
kid
dining room lights.
Who was in my high school that fucked around with fireworks and got third-degree burns on his forearm.
Thankfully you're lucky and don't get hurt by this, but yeah, you kind of get suspension. Suspended for fucking around with explosives in the chemistry room.
Wait, the good kid? The nerdy kid does?
The nerdy kid does.
Now, can I lie my way out?
I feel like that would be a detention first. He's never gotten a suspension before.
Explosives.
Literal explosives.
This
I'm
is
just gonna tell the
2006.
You kind of post
Explosives.
9/11.
I'm gonna tell the teacher that this wasn't what I intended. She startled me when she came in. I dropped the bucket, which is all true. And that this was not the intended result, which is all true.
All right, make me a Marco. What kind of roll would that be? Would that be like? Is there like a deception?
Perception.
What, to try to convince the teacher that it's not? So the role you'd want would be con artist.
Okay, do you have con artist, John?
Oh shit, I took spycraft. I didn't take con artist.
So,
Ruh-roh.
well, there's a couple of things. So first off, you can just role play it and see if they could be, realistic about it. It depends on what what your ruling is on what mixing up homemade explosives in the chemistry lab actually looks like. So, there's probably you wouldn't know what to mix. Actually getting combustibles is not that easy. Even with a high school chemistry lab. Yeah, so it's possible you have a bootleg copy of the Anarchist Cookbook open on your laptop or on your phone. Well, actually, this is the year.
This is 2006.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you could have one on your laptop, and you're trying to to mix one of the
Wasn't
basic
that a whole
explosives.
thing during like the mid 2000s where like someone was passing around, like all the high school kids were passing around a digital
Yeah, I
copy
had a
of the
copy
Anarchist
back then.
Cookbook?
And a lot of the recipes are not that good. Some people think it's a plant.
They're not.
Just-
No. They, some of them appear to have been sabotaged or just didn't work to begin with. So, my guess would be that either, basically the teacher gets a perception roll to see what they see before you manage to clean it up, and then you have to have some kind of explanation for what the hell you were doing with chemicals.
So yeah, John, start telling me what you were doing with these chemicals.
Alright, so I'm going to have my chemistry textbook out, obviously. I'm going to have some almost completely unrelated chemistry assignment that I had. And I'm going to tell her, look, I was trying to finish my lab. I'm staying here through lunch. Okay, I'm trying to get my work done. And you spooked me when you came to the door. Now, it's not your fault. It's your fault. Just a little accident. A little accident here in the lab.
Teacher looks at you and he's like, well, still, that was very dangerous to be doing it without supervision. Gonna have to give you a day of detention.
Okay. Is he gonna follow me to detention?
No, he's like, this is gonna happen like probably like after school.
I'm going right to the farm supply store and the pools.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna Unibomb.
You're doing what?
Fertilizer and the sodium chlorate that people use to bleach.
Oh God.
Wait,
I
what
learned
the
that at life-
fuck?
I learned that at lifeguard class. Every couple of years, there's some hillbilly who's on a farm and his cousin who works at a pool supply store, and they fucking kill themselves making a bottle. That's what was in the Ryder truck in the Unibomber.
Oh no.
I
Anyway.
just want to defeat evil, okay? And I need high explosives. I don't know why people are reacting.
Do
Okay.
you want to kill us too?
So we're gonna cut over to Inez. What is she doing during lunch?
Probably just hanging with her usual friend group.
Okay.
I don't think I have any explicit objectives right now because there's not really anything we can do until
Yeah,
we go back into
You're feeling kind
business.
of upset, considering how kind of like callous and not caring your friend group is being about the clear fishiness of Cecilia's disappearance.
Yeah.
You do notice. Make me a perception check. Just using your perception.
I'm pretty sure it's probably just the base stat. Hold on, I have the HTML. Yes. Yeah, it's just 15:10, I think. So no. Very bad.
Okay. All right, so let's cut to after school. After school, what's there? Well, John's in detention, so
Can I work on my computer stuff while I'm in detention?
yes, you can work on your computer stuff. In
It's
detention.
very possible Inez could also be in detention for any number of reasons.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
quite
God.
possible.
Can we breakfast club this somehow?
What did you do to get detention, Risei?
What did you do to
I
get
hate
detention?
my
What
dad.
did you say? Please tell me.
I love John Hughes movies.
Give me a reason to punch Amanda in the face.
Oh no.
Amanda.
Nose job, girl.
That's the reason. She's that girl.
That's true. Amanda says something really stupid to me and I punch her in the face.
Okay, there you go.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys.
Okay,
all-
Inez was probably just late to class for like the 4th time during the.
Yeah. So yeah, you're all in detention.
All right, so Inez walks in and she's like, "Oh God damn it, I forgot your character's name." John's character. Yeah, Louis. That's it. Yeah, she's like, "Louis, what are you doing?"
I had a little mishap over in chemistry. Not a problem. I'm solving it a different way
You
now.
got into detention from chemistry.
Well, yes. I melted
How?
on the table.
What?
The teacher came in and spooked me while I was holding some toxic.
What were you
chemicals,
trying to
and I
do?
spilled them. I look at her and look at the teacher at the head of the room and look at her and look at the teacher at the head of the room and look at her and say, homework.
Right. She's just
Stay
gonna
away
go
from
over and
these
sit.
fumes. This is lead.
You're just gonna
fire.
sit at a desk and just do nothing.
Okay, what's going on? What do we have to do in detention? I've never actually gotten detention.
You're
The
generally
teacher's like,
supposed
you
to do
sit
your
down
homework
and you
shut up.
be quiet.
I pull out my homework.
Okay. You contacted your nanny earlier in it, like earlier in the game, right, Slow?
Yeah. I contacted her as soon as we got back.
Oh, you did contact her as soon as you got back. Okay, well, your phone buzzes in your pocket.
Is the teacher looking in my direction?
The teacher's sort of doing that, like, has got, like, a pencil in his hand, because he's obviously bored as shit, too, and he's just going...
Okay, I do that thing where you pull a book from your backpack and then pull the phone out at the same time and kind of hide it in the book.
Okay.
So what's the text say?
What did you text her initially?
I feel like I left a voice message.
Okay, well, what did you say to her is my point.
Probably like, okay, just got back from this crazy shit. What is this shadow thing and what's going on and what's the TV's all about? Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Reiterate what happened.
So the text is from your nanny. It says, "I'm coming to stay in town for a while. I need you to meet me after you're out of school. Meet me by the library or something."
Today or tomorrow?
It says today.
Okay, I text back, got detention, so be there in an hour.
She's like, the text comes back that says like, "Very disappointed in you, but that's gonna be a different discussion." So there's like, so the teacher at the front of the room is just doing this like very rhythmic tapping with his pencil. And it's literally like the only sound in the room right now, as you guys are like basically sitting there doing, not really being able to do much.
Can I work on electric? I want to make a like little tracker so I can leave it in the bad guys. Is that like a spycraft roll or a hack?
That'd be a spy. I'll make that a spycraft roll, sure.
Oh my fuck! I finally get the spycraft because I didn't read. Wait.
Let's see what you do.
It's gonna be.
Also, I realized something that initial chemistry roll was actually lower, but we'll have to, but it's too late now. Remember, sixes count as 0. Sixes count as 0.
Oh, so I could have had a bomb this whole time? Jesus. Okay.
It's okay.
This really would have got me out of detention.
Whoa!
Alright, so I
Okay.
succeeded in making the.
You succeeded in making your little tracking device. You make it look like a pen, and you just sort of set up like a little receiver to like send it to basically just ping a signal to a little device you have,
Nice.
or like into like your phone or something. Like,
This kid should be working for the government.
I don't know. I don't even know what it would be in 2006.
Any
They didn't
little
really have
beacon would be
apps or
fine.
anything like that. They didn't really have apps or anything like that back then, so I guess it would just be sort of like a little GPS.
Yeah, it would just like a radio beacon that like when ham radio does a fox hunt. It just every second or so beeps, and you look at whether the beeps are getting louder, quieter.
Yeah, there you go. You sort of do that. So, you guys are just sort of just sitting there, like, you know, doing your little filling with tasks and such. The rhythmic tap, 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 tap. It's just, it starts to feel like that is just drumming into your skull.
Okay, I'm gonna raise my hand. Does he notice?
He looks up and just looks at you and doesn't say anything.
Can you do something other than tap your pencil, please?
He stands up, he's like, do something else? Do something other than tapping my pencil? Maybe I could be thumping this books. Maybe we could be talking about the complete ruination of capitalism in our post 9/11 society.
Not gonna lie, I didn't hear thumping, I heard humping.
I'm just gonna ask him if he's drunk.
He's like saying, "Are you?" You know what, John? Please say that for me in character. I want to.
I'm just gonna ask him, "Are you drunk?" You seem really upset. All right, I don't think you have strong emotional control right now. I think I smell whiskey on your breath. I think I'm gonna send an email to the principal.
You actually
Oh, here we go.
don't. You actually don't smell whiskey on his breath, which is slightly
That's
worrying.
fine. By the time the principal sees him in the morning, it'll be different breath. And sent.
He's just like, drunk? Never been more clear-minded in my life, you sycophant.
You know what? I
You
think I might smell it
degenerate-
too.
You absolute degenerate of a delinquent.
He's being really aggressive. I feel threatened, honestly.
I mean, I'm just lucky that
He actually,
Not
like,
with the
he
girls
gets
here in
up,
detention.
he grabs a textbook off of his desk and walks straight over to your desk.
I'm gonna take a picture of him intimidating.
To
Inez, 'cause I know Inez can
Lewis's or
beat his ass.
Inez's?
What?
to Lewis's desk or Inez's
Lewis's.
desk?
Lewis's.
Oh, to my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up in his face and hope he hits me. Because
Oh,
that's his
Inez?
payday.
Inez stands up and goes, and is prepared to defend.
No, I want to catch one. I gotta catch one. Take a picture.
Just
It's like,
catch-
reset, take out your phone.
reset.
Oh yeah, I start recording.
He just takes the book
Are
and
you
just
okay, man? I,
throws
really
it down on your
students.
desk with just like a crashing sound of just wham.
Are you trying to intimidate me? I don't feel safe here. This is not a good learning environment. Here I am, working on my electronics homework. Look at all this homework.
You guys actually notice. Someone make me an awareness check.
What was the roll again?
Perception.
No, I
For
mean
you
like,
it's 12. For you it's 12.
no. How many dice?
Oh, 4d6.
Wait, where is awareness on the sheet? Or is this-
I made it by 0.
Made by 0. How do you have a 10?
In perception,
Yeah, are you just that bad?
Oh, here we go. It's a 10.
it's the default.
So are you rolling?
Yeah, I completely botched it.
I have also failed.
Oh, you actually put it into the dice roll channel, unlike John.
I'm not on roll 20, so.
No, I know.
You
I'm
know-
calling out John for not putting it into the dice roll channel.
You know I don't believe in being in the right Discord. Okay, I'm never in the right place.
Okay, so Inez, you look at the whiteboard. You look at the chalkboard. You like happen to glance at the chalkboard as you're like looking at things, and you realize where it said detention on the chalkboard, it suddenly doesn't say detention there anymore.
Does it say breakfast club?
It says shut up and obey. It says shut up, obey.
She's just gonna start looking around and look at them and be like, see if they are noticing anything weird. Or if they're just acting normal.
They're very distracted by crazy teacher man, slamming textbooks around.
Okay, she's
And
just gonna
he appears to be screaming about economic meltdown and the degeneracy of today's youth. And
He's
how
gonna
it's all leading to
stealthily
ruination.
go over to his desk and look at if anything is weird on his desk.
You do notice like some books, like like a textbook on the desk says it's the cover just says long-winded circle jerk of academia on the cover. You're pretty sure that was supposed to be a biology textbook.
Okay.
She's just going to go back to her desk and see if she can wait this one out. Unless he does anything aggressive, in which case he's gonna get ready to fucking fight back.
Yeah, he's currently just ranting and raving a lot. It's very concerning, but he doesn't appear to be violent yet.
I'm just gonna ask him how he feels about the technological society and its implications.
Oh boy.
Wait, is that not the name of Ted's book?
Who's?
The Unabomber again. It sounds about as crazy as what this guy is talking about. Oh, it's the Industrial Society that's implicated. got my psychopaths all mixed. My bad.
No. So he's like he just keeps ranting and raving for a little while, and then goes back and like it seems to tire out, and then goes and sits back at his desk, and then you see him glance up at the clock. And he's like, all right, you delinquents, get out of here. Detention's over.
Thanks, fam. Learned a lot. Hope you don't get fired. Bye.
he's like looks at you like, what?
She follows him out.
Okay,
So I'm gonna ask Rise if she got that.
Yeah, I pull out my
that.
phone and check the video.
The
Good.
video.
Keep that.
Okay. Hey, Marco. Okay, question, Marco. Do you know what just went down? Like, would that video come out looking like looking real, or would it be messed up?
Did what come out looking real?
So, if she took a video with her phone of what just happened.
So when you take a video, right? So what's happening is generally your shadow on chessboard 0 is also shooting video, so it comes out looking like what other people saw.
Okay, so you're just videotaping so you just look at the video and you just see empty air in front of Lewis's desk as he's just sort of like staring at it like, whoa. And the teacher's just sitting at his desk.
Did you all see that shit on the board? Like, it's normally up.
Right.
Hey,
I might regret that
guys.
email I sent.
I'm gonna meet my what should I call her? I don't want to call her nanny. I'm gonna meet a friend who's into au pair, who's into the occult and stuff at the library. You want to come with me?
Sure, sounds good. Sounds
It's-
good.
If this shit is going to start happening outside of the TV, then I mean, I think we have to.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn towards the library.
Okay. You head towards the library. You see a woman waiting out front. What does your nanny look like? Your old
Hippie
nanny.
clothing, you know, hippie 2000 clothing, that Bohemian 2000 look. So like the skirts that rode low on the hips and the not a crop top, but kind of showing the belly button,
Oh,
and
God.
big hoop earrings and dyed red hair and a scarf. Yeah, you know the look I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Oh, in the braid, that one braid in her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's waiting for you out front, and she's like, oh, good to see you're safe. Reese. Oh, and you brought your friends. Well, I guess that's good for the best.
Yeah, these were the guys who are with me, and girl, guy and girl. Yeah.
She's like, all right, very well. Well,
Have we
let's.
met the nanny character? Do I know him?
Why would you know her?
I thought we met her at your sleepover. Never mind.
No, you
That
met
was
the
her
maid.
maid.
Oh.
So she's like, all right, look, more of you than I thought. So here, pop in my car. I'll take y'all home. And
I don't know about. I don't know.
I'll explain some things on the way.
We've had enough weird
It's
shit with people's
exceedingly
cars.
No, she's trustworthy. Is it the beat up old Volkswagen Beetle?
Beat up old Volkswagen. No, it's a beat up old Volkswagen bus.
I'm like, oh, where did you get that car from?
She's like, I'm not gonna talk about it. No. She's like, it's from the compound.
It
Alright.
probably runs on fry oil and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna say hi. I'm Lewis, and hop in the car with her. This is a beautiful lady.
Fine, but if anything happens, I'm going to start hitting things.
Yeah, don't worry. She can't hit back. I try. I mean, I've hit her plenty of times.
I turned to the nice au pair and I said, "Do they really hit you? Okay? Why are people hitting you?"
Look, I was lashing out because my parents won't pay attention to me, and she became my surrogate mother. What's there to say?
I'm gonna try to reassure the nanny that she's a nice person, and that no one should be hitting her, and she should stick up.
So she loads you all into the car, and she starts driving to Inez's house. And she's like, all right, so explain to me what happened again, in your own words.
So we got into a stranger's car, got some sweet energy drinks.
Well, we were like all in different dreams or some shit, and then in the same dream.
And then we got the energy drinks. And then we did the shared hallucination again. Got into a prison. I drank the energy drink, got a big brain. Used my big brain to kill a guy, I think. Then we beat the shit out of another guy. And then we found Waluigi version of Risei.
Wow, what?
Was
Reincorporated
Waluigi even
her.
a thing by then?
I don't. It's from Mario Tennis because Waluigi exists just to play doubles against with Wario.
Didn't we say this was like right before the iPhone came out?
Yeah, it's right before the iPhone.
Which was what, 2007 or 8?
Something like that. Yeah.
And the Wii came out in 2006, so I think Mario Tennis exists.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm pretty sure Waluigi was
I
before.
could mix it up and say Mirror Universe from Star Trek. I like short skirts as much as.
It came out in the summer of '07, by the way.
Missed it. Nice. Thank you. So we incorporated Mirror Universe Risei into Risei's personality, and now she is more confident. But there's still several missing teenagers who we are going to rescue. So we're going to promptly get back to his car.
She's like, okay, so there are many like substances that cause hallucinations.
Like what?
Marco, help me out with this.
Yes,
I don't know about drugs.
like
Ayahuasca.
The DMT!
The DMT. Joe Rogan would love to talk to us about DMT.
The DMT.
Well,
The psilocybin!
It could be, yeah.
She's like, there's LSD, there's DMT, there's some
Even
more
ecstasy and
ecstasy. There's more exotic things.
No, but you don't understand. We were in different houses, and we all remembered talking to each other.
She lets out a big sigh. She's like, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Have you guys heard of something called what's it called?
cyclic psychoaffective disorder.
Yeah, cyclic psychoaffective disorder. CDP.
What?
You might have
Never in
heard
my
this.
life.
She's like, okay, so cyclic disaffective disorder is a mental disease that causes very vivid hallucinations, and can be very dangerous. People act very crazy during episodes. They describe falling, and they describe like seeing horrible things, and some have just chalked it up to schizophrenia. Now, the problem with cyclic disaffective disorder is that it's not just schizophrenia. It is in fact acts like a virus. It can spread to people. When you're having an episode, if anyone's around you, they can become infected with it and start experiencing episodes themselves. People who are just normally perfectly healthy. Now, I don't know how you guys how it happened, but it seems that all of you are being affected by this.
But how would hallucinations let us talk to each other and know what each other said? Like, we all remember the same thing.
Because the thing about cyclic psychoaffective disorder is it's not what people think it is. It's a little bit more than that. Have you ever heard of?
And why did you tell us about that?
Have you ever heard the philosophy of so as above, so below? It refers to the idea of inner selves or alternate selves, parts of oneself that one is not necessarily aware of.
I've never been a big fan, but I'm open.
This sounds like shit that I skip in English class.
More like philosophy class. You probably won't be encountering this sort of thing, and probably wouldn't encounter this sort of thing until college, unless you took a high school philosophy course. I don't know. You see, there is more truth in that philosophy than one might realize. There is a self below. Now, what you are experiencing is going below to where your other self is. Many times this involves usually involves the other self coming back up to replace it. As you go below, the so below comes up to be above. Now, what the thing is with you three is something might have happened to your below selves. If what you're describing with Rise here is true, your below selves might not be connected to you anymore per se. She was able to meet her below self. That's normally not possible.
I imagine I'm in the back seat, so I'm gonna lean forward and try to whisper to the au pair without Rise hearing me. Probably gonna fail. So what happens if we go full Carl Jung and incorporate Rise's shadow? Is she gonna be okay, man?
No, she's actually better off now because she was able to reclaim hers. I'm more worried about you two. If you two have lost your shadow, your shadow selves, then you need to get it back. You're missing a part of yourself. That can be very dangerous. Shadow cells that become detached. Shadow cells that become detached from their parent person can become twisted and malicious and dangerous. It's best to see if you can get it back as soon as possible.
I mean, Rise's was a little mean, but she was mostly sad.
It's a reflection of yourself. So it's not necessarily...
What's that sound in the background?
I don't know.
Oh, that was me typing. Sorry.
Ah, okay. Go on.
She's like, well, she managed to get to it early. In fact, what your little dive down into the underworld might have caused that split. So it was lucky that you managed to find it so quickly. You two might want to do the same, though it is quite dangerous down there.
It's like creepy mannequin things are trying to kill us. Why the fuck would I want to go back there? Well,
because if you don't find your other self soon, it may come find you, and that'll be much worse.
You want to come with? You want to help out?
I unfortunately cannot. I can't risk that, honestly. If I were to catch the cyclic psychoaffective disorder and bring it back to the compound, that could be utterly disastrous. So you kids are
Well,
gonna
you
have
gotta
to. You
incorporate
kids
your
are gonna have to be
shadow
on your own here. But I can advise you, and I can, if you have any questions or need any help, I can help
Have
you out.
you
I can
incorporated
I
your
can
shadow
act as a
self?
guide for you. So what?
I'm just gonna berate this poor hippie. Be like, have you incorporated your shadow self?
I've never lost mine.
What? How do you know we lost?
Listen, I don't care about this shadow self shit, okay? I just have a friend that I think is lost in there somewhere, and I need to find her.
You think your friend is? Oh no. Oh. And then you reach Inez's house. She's like, "Well, if you want to find her, you're gonna need to find your shadow self. You'll be a lot safer down there, and you'll be a lot safer down there with that back. Be whole again is to be safer."
Whatever. I'm going inside.
Okay. And then she takes Lewis home as well. And on the way,
Before she drops me off, I'm gonna ask her if there's anything I can do that'll make catching my shadow self easy.
she's like,
Is there any way to
think-
bait them or trap?
she's like, understand the parts of you that you don't want other people to see, and understand, and think about where it might be. Think of as being trapped.
Be nice to I'll think of something. I'll bring in Playboys or something. I'll work it out. Thank you for the ride. Bye.
And so as the door shuts, she looks over at Rise, who I'm guessing is sitting up in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
She's like, Rise, we have a lot to talk about.
Okay, but I mean, let's go to a diner because I think my dad is home early, and he's not gonna be happy.
She sort of sets her jaw a little bit, and she's like, yes, don't want to be running into him. And she drives you over to like a Denny's.
No, IHOP. All you can eat pancakes, right?
And actually, I think Denny's actually also has all you can eat pancakes, but it's only like $4.
Okay, Denny's gives you food poisoning. IHOP doesn't.
She
That's a
lives
new
on
one.
a compound, Slayer.
IHOP, okay?
Okay. She's like, so she sits you down. You guys order your food, and she's like, look, so you're lucky that you have your shadow back. Now, I've taught you some things. I've taught you about some of this stuff before I left. I'm sure I'm hoping you can recall your lessons.
That was like 4 years ago.
It's like you still have a cult level.
Okay. Yeah, I know some of it. I just, come on. As if I remember anything, personally.
She's like, well, now that you've been exposed to this stuff, it might be time to teach you more. More things. More important things. More powerful things. I can begin teaching you,
Cool.
but it's going to take dedication, time, and a whole lot of
Drugs.
carefulness on your part. Can't tell anyone about this.
I mean, do I tell anyone anything these days?
I don't know. I haven't been around in years.
Look, no one knows the real me. Obviously, I didn't even know the real me. Let's get started.
And she's so over pancakes and out of earshot, off in a corner of an IHOP over pancakes, she begins describing things to you. The idea of the mind as a shell, an eggshell around the self that protects you from the things outside, and how it is possible to reach beyond that shell, to put cracks in it and reach through, and how you can do that now because you've regained contact with your other self. Now you can then how you can now begin to.
The problem worse no matter what.
What?
Oh, I was watching a video of Joe Biden forgetting where he was. I thought I had my headphones in. Sorry.
No, share with the class. That shit is really funny and sad.
Anyway, and she begins to tell you about how you can reach out and connect with your other self to see the truth of people and places and things. And I think that's where we'll call it for tonight because it's getting late. I still need to think about what I'm doing with you guys next.
Oh man, I should have given the hippie chick my number. I mean, she doesn't
Okay.
laws.
And your Lewis is what, 14?
I thought he was 16. That's legal in lots of places.
No, we're all like
Places.
we're all like 14 or 15.
They're all high school
so-
freshmen.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh no, John. I'm just reminded of
I
that
bet you
SNL.
would-
I'm just reminded of that SNL sketch of the trial of the kid who fucked both of his teachers.
Oh yeah, I
I was
remember.
just super hype about it.
Oh wait, no, hold on. I thought you were referencing an Onion sketch.
No.
No, it's the same thing. The whole courtroom is like, holy shit, dude, you scored.
See,
Hell yeah.
yeah, and like the prosecutor's like, so did the kids make fun of you or tease you about anything? They're like, no, not that much, but they did come up to me and say, my man, but like how Denzel Washington says it. Excuse what? And the judge is like, hang on, I think I got this. I think he means like my man. That's just John's character in a nutshell right now. What he's trying to be.
I can't wait to meet my shadow self. It's gonna be so cool. He's gonna
Yeet
be
him to the
a
shadow
fucking
realm, dude.
Lecherous, fucking terrible person. Because Lewis is so nice.
Steve and I are gonna have to talk about Shadow
I
Self.
certainly
situation.
invite you to look at the books if you guys are interested. They are free.
They
So.
are indeed free.
Cool.
And they've got good, reasonably good artwork and
Anyway, feel for anyone listening, feel free to check out JAGS Wonderland. All the books are free. Pretty cool. And we'll see you next time. So,
Great.
good night to all.
How's the coronavirus?
Don't get coronavirus.